can see Beatrice is joining us now for Family Health, and it's not about turkey. It's actually about the sixth most common cancer in Canada, and it actually may even be more common for men, higher than that, and the most expensive to treat per patient. But believe it or not, most people don't even know this cancer exists.
It's bladder cancer, and what makes it so expensive is that it tends to come back again and again with a recurrence rate of 80%.
Singer Andy Williams loved performing live, but in the last year he wasn't on stage. He was ill with bladder cancer. Williams recently died. Bladder cancer is something Jim Van Horn had never heard of until he himself was diagnosed.
I woke up one morning and went to the bathroom and looked down, and it was a pool of blood, and that was the first indication. It scared the daylights out of me because I'd never had any indication prior. I had no symptoms, no pain, nothing.
30% of people are diagnosed when the cancer has already invaded the muscle tissue.
Among the people who present with muscle-invasive bladder cancer, the mortality rate is roughly 40 to 50%, which is very high.
Smoking tends to be the #1 cause. There are also fumes and dyes, but 40% of bladder cancers occur without any well-defined risk factors. Van Horn has made a lot of changes since his diagnosis. He's an avid cyclist and has lost 40 pounds.
Overconsumption of red meat apparently is another main cause, which I did eat a lot of red meat. I've subsequently changed my diet in that regard.
70% of those with bladder cancer have tumors that are not life-threatening, but the disease can be chronic.
Even the tiny, unique, small polyp or non-invasive superficial bladder cancer has a tendency to come back of at least 30 to 50%. So 1 out of 2 will come back.
There are times when Van Horn feels he just can't get to the finish line.
It's been 4 years, and they've never been able to get rid of it. So we're going through another series of treatment now.
And that's what makes treating bladder cancer so expensive.
It accounts for nearly $4 billion per year in the US, and the figures are roughly about a tenth of that in Canada, $350 to $370 million.
Bladder cancer just doesn't have the profile that other cancers do, like breast cancer or prostate cancer. Unfortunately, there are no good screening tests for bladder cancer. There are signs, though. Urinary tract infections could be one, as could be urinary urgency, pain, or frequency. And of course, blood in the urine is something you definitely need to see a doctor about right away. It's one of the first signs.
All right. Thank you, Bea.
You're welcome.